Hello chess friends, so in this video we're going to have a look at a brilliant chess problem, perhaps the most brilliant chess problem composed by Sam Loyd. As you know, Sam Loyd was one of the greatest chess composers of all time, and this one is probably his best compositions ever. So it's white to play and checkmate in 5 moves. But before we go into that, I think there's a beautiful story which you need to know about this problem. This theme is known as Excelsior because it was inspired from a beautiful poem by Henry Longfellow, and I'm gonna put the poem in the description so you can read it. It was very impactful, and Sam Loyd basically got inspired from that. At the same time, there was another story. There's a brilliant story behind it. That one of his friend, his name was Dennis Julian, who was also a problemist, claimed that he can always give him any problem, and he can always find the chess piece that would give a checkmate. So Sam Loyd obviously tested him and composed this one. And let's see who won the bet. Let's see who paid for the dinner. So it's white to play, mate in 5 moves. Can you guess the piece that gives checkmate, that delivers checkmate to the black king? And can you find the solution to this problem overall? So give yourself a few minutes, probably pause the video and try to find the brilliant solution. Alright, so I hope you guys pause the video. This is definitely worth noticing. This is really brilliant. So white would definitely love to play the move rook to f5 with the following threat, just rook to f1, and that would be a checkmate. In fact, you can see black's king is really trapped, doesn't have any squares to go to, and that's why rook to f5 is the natural move. The problem with this move is, of course, if you play rook to f5, then rook to c5 pins this rook, and it will be much more than it will definitely be much more than 5 moves to deliver a checkmate. So this is a defensive resource that black has here. So what should we play? There's a very strong move, and okay, I'm gonna give you the solution. The piece that delivers a checkmate to the black king is this little pawn on b2. In fact, this is the pawn which is gonna give a checkmate to this king on h1, and that is well, as eccentric as it sounds, is really the case over here. So let's see the move. White's first move should be to play b4. What does this move do? Basically, it controls the c5 square. Now we are threatening the move rook f5 and rook to f1, and he can't really blockade. We can't really stop that with rook c5 because we are going to capture with a pawn. So now the threat of rook f5 is quite real. So what should he do? Well, he tries a defensive idea. Rook to c5. This is a very good defense. Just trying to prolong the mate. Now we're going to capture it. White is now threatening to actually play rook to b1 with a checkmate over here on the back rank. So black's only move to defend, that is to play a2. Now the b1 square is guarded. How would you continue? White here plays a brilliant move, c6. Now this is a line clearance move. Basically it opens up the d file. Basically it opens up the 5th rank and makes access to the and gives us access to the squares of f5 and d5, threatening both rook f1 or rook to d1 checkmate. So how can he prolong? How can he continue the battle? Well, he plays bishop to c7. This is quite a nice move. The idea is if you go rook to f5, then he's gonna block here, and obviously you can capture and give checkmate next move, but that's gonna take 6 moves. Also, another idea is if you play rook to d5, then he's gonna capture on g3, and if rook d1, then he'll probably play bishop e1, and that will again be a checkmate in 6 moves. But our task as well is to give checkmate in 5 moves, not in 6 moves. So can you find the move that white plays here? It's the very beautiful move c takes b7, and now you realize the knight on a8 can't really move, and no matter what he plays. For example, let's give him any move, just bishop takes g3. Now you're gonna promote. You can promote to a queen, or I'd prefer a bishop over here, and that is a beautiful checkmate. And this was probably Sam Loyd's most beautiful chess problem. The reason for that is the pawn on b2 went forward, and nobody can guess it. He was the one to deliver a checkmate. He went all the way from b2 to a8 and gave this beautiful checkmate, and all of these moves were forced. So hope you enjoyed this. This was one of the most brilliant chess problem by one of the most brilliant and exceptionally talented composers of all time, Sam Loyd. So hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and do subscribe to my YouTube channel. More videos are on the way.